Folks, welcome to Pasadena, California, and the beautiful Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. This is a setting so beautiful, so perfect, it almost looks like a movie set. And this is something really special and uncommon. A 1 versus 2 this early in the season. Only college football can produce something like this. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Blue Devils will kick this away to get us going. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught quickly. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Getting set. Here's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he pulls in the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And the single back takes the handoff. Fights off the defender. Defense finally able to get him down after the juke, but he picks up a decent gain.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
This will be 3rd and short, the 7th play of the opening drive. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. They pick up the first down, tackle at the 25.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
The back's got it. They picked up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Again, makes it second and medium. Back to throw. It's Shabira. He lets it go on the move. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
Impressive opening drive. The 10th play coming up. It's third down. They're going to run it here. It's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that 1st down.
And it's good right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And the Blue Devils lining up here on 1st and 10. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They're going to run it. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? They'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
But the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. Powering through. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, UCLA 3-2-0.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. This will be a 43-yard attempt. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will tie the game here.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. First down here for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tight end goes in motion. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Third down play for this offense. They'll try to run for the first down. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Toss play to the outside. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the UCLA offense takes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense operating from the pistol. Here comes a handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Ball is incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop, and they get the ball back.
Blue Devils offense heads back out onto the field now. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Throws a stiff arm. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches. The Blue Devils come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout.
Less than a yard to go here on 4th down. The offense is going to go for it. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. That decision to go for it on 4th down doesn't work out.
How about that defensive front and the linebackers collapsing down on the football? You would think that the quarterback sneak is a safe call and an easy call to get the yards that you need, but not with that push by that defensive line.
UCLA offense is back out on the field. Looking to throw. It's Shabira. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Chris, as this game evolves every year with college football and we see more and more versions of some kind of spread offense, it puts so much pressure on this linebacker position because they're asked to do so much. This linebacker is able to sit back in zone, be comfortable in space, make the right read, and be able to be in place to knock the ball away.
2nd down play coming up. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. He pulls in the catch. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. Third down upcoming after that completion. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down. They'll go hurry up here. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Brought down after a big gain and a first down. Defense, no answer for the option that time.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage and you can throw it over top of it.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Sticking with the running game. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
He'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
2nd down and goal upcoming.
Get set.
A run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Ball spotted at the 5 for this 3rd and goal play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Oh, that one's picked off. Across midfield. He's past the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Duke. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6. Potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
PAT is good, so it's 10-3 now. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
One play moves the ball to the 44, and it'll be 1st down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Back to pass. It's Shabira. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
And the Bruins with 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Escapes the pocket. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. First play of the second half is a handoff. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game. And the Blue Devils will crank up the tempo. Ball handed off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. And the defense smothers him for no gain. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. Did not get a hold of it. Not what the punter was hoping for. And they'll just down it right here.
Well, I thought the return team did a really good job of giving him some room to work with. But I feel like the returner was so focused on making a big play downfield that he forgot to take care of the football, and it cost him.
And the Bruins offense back out on the field. This one has been a defensive stalemate. Let's see if the offense can get something going here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Now it's second down here. Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. And the same runner's got it again. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, UCLA. They go in front here in the second half.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
The PAT puts them up 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
UCLA.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. No, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Running with purpose. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Wow, it's another broken tackle. Past the 20. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a show of strength and will.
There just aren't a lot of quarterbacks that can take a design QB run and take it downfield that far for a touchdown. What an added element for this offense, and it makes it so challenging for the defense to stop.
Here comes the point after attempt. Extra point makes the lead 4. Now they get set to kick it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the UCLA offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but the offensive line did everything in their power to give the quarterback time. Ultimately, the play just didn't work out.
Second down after the incompletion. Quick pass, the catch is made. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Looking downfield, it's Shabira. On the run here, lets it go. Quick throw, complete to the tight end. And the game will pick up the first down, tackled at the 22.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on 1st down. Take a shot downfield. One thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a 1st down.
The Bruins offense is on the move now. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. pass is caught. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Chris, how about the accuracy here by this quarterback to pick up the first down? And, man, UCLA has had some great play at quarterback. DTR, who just left recently, going back to Cade McNown, and, of course, Troy Aikman, one of the best to ever play the game.
Looking to scramble. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. To throw, it's Shabira. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
And the Bruins have 1st and 10 here. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
The Bruins move into the red zone. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. It's an option look. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this 3rd quarter.
Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Duke 17, UCLA 13.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back. It's Shabira. He called his own number, and the freshman QB keeps this drive moving.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down. Now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Touchdown, Bruins. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the 4th quarter, to give them the lead.
Now the crucial PAT to stretch the lead to a field goal. Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the 4th quarter. Can they hang on? Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Devils offense heads back out of the field now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Second down and goal. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And now they'll set up for the point after. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Receiver in motion now. Dropping back. It's Jamania. Defense is coming after him. Trying to extend the play. He's swarmed by the defense.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. As a design quarterback keeper. And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. The Blue Devils come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Now they're running on the toss. Tackle, but first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the wideout goes in motion. Running game is working. The stick will get on first down. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Second down.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
So a tough 3rd and long on the 10th play of the drive. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. The crowd is loud, hoping for a 4th down stop. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here. And they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a first down. Give a lot of credit to the big boys up front for making that happen. You talk about a confidence booster going forward.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, I really like the call here by the offensive coordinator. The defense is thinking, of course, pass with the offense trailing here in the 4th quarter. And the OC, he just dials up a QB design run. Quarterback gets a first down and gets out of bounds.
Ball carried by the quarterback. Gain of 2. Brings up second down.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. The crowd is roaring, trying to help this defense on 4th down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke.
Chris, they did what they had to do with his touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the UCLA offense takes the field. Suddenly, this is a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. Interesting to see how aggressive they get with play calling. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big game. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bruins.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
This one will be fair caught. First play of the drive now from the 25. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Second down play coming up for this offense. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why you don't predetermine what to do with the ball as a quarterback. He wants to throw this as he rolls out to his right, but instead he keeps his eyes downfield, recognizes there's nobody open, so instead he decides to become the runner, and he's a real threat when he has the ball in his hands.
And now the handoff. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Gets into space at the 50. And now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play. The Blue Devils line up on 1st and 10 now. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker. Second down after that previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The tackle is made, the clock runs out, and that will do it. So that's now back-to-back wins, Kirk, over quality opponents. This team really building some momentum.
I agree. I think there's a lot to build on with this team and what they've been able to do these last few games. We'll just have to see how far this streak can extend and how much this team can keep improving.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.